I'll tell you what, it's I could say it's about time, but hard work pays off still today, and that's what this is about. The team and Matt Pusha putting together the group of guys he has, the engine shop, how hard they've worked on the fuel injection and the engines and all that. And I'm just I'm thankful to get the opportunity to drive these cars as fast as they are. And we knew it was a matter of time we're going to win one of these things. We've been running so good. And I'll tell you what, catching the 48 car at the end, had to dig deep. It was all I had to be able to get to him. And it seemed like when I got to him, it was too easy. I don't know, if he used up his tires or the traffic. He had trouble, I think, a little bit of trouble in traffic. That's when I could close in on him. But overall, it was a really good night for us. I closed in on him a bunch on the pit stop. I beat him to pit road for the final stop of the day. And, so I closed in on him a little bit. When we got back going again, I decided to tighten my car a little bit more. Started getting a little free at the end of that run. And I knew it was going to be tough. So I knew we were close on fuel. So for about 8 or 10 laps there, I took care of my tires a little bit. Somebody leaned in my window before the race started and told me a story about what a driver did before to win here. And I just thought about it, and I thought that I could save a little bit of tire. And it was going to be a long run at the end of the rest of the day. And I was a little short on fuel, so I kind of lifted a little bit early and let the car roll down in the corner. And when he started catching a little bit of traffic, that's when I started going and, just pushed as hard as I could and was driving the thing sideways around the corner trying to catch him. And I could tell I was catching him. And he had a little trouble with traffic. And so that was the combination that, I was closing in on him pretty good. And then he started catching those guys that he was going to pass. And I don't know why I think he just slid up off the bottom. He got loose getting in. And, I was able to turn under him and get the left front down on the grip and just put the power down and was able to get by him. I was surprised I didn't have to deal with him anymore, though. I thought that he was going to be right there, and he was for a little bit. But, once my car drove so different out front, it was a little bit freer. So I made some mistakes there early, and I had to adjust my driving style a little bit for being out front like that. So and then I was able to pull away from him. I was foaming at the mouth. I mean, when you hadn't won in a long time and you got a guy that's, doesn't matter. Didn't matter who it was, it was 5-time champion or what. I was driving my heart out. And, I was doing all I could do. I kept moving up the track, down the track, up the track, down the track. I found a little something with about 40 to go down in turn 3 and 4. Where I saw the 48 putting his left front tire on the racetrack, and I drove across there one time and I found some grip right there, and so I started driving that line and I started closing in on him instantly. And he was beating me down there most of the night, and that was probably line sensitive, and I didn't pick up on it till late, or at least my car responded when I moved around, kept moving around till I found something. Because I could beat him down in 1 and 2. I could beat him all the time, but down on 3 and 4, he'd kill me across there. I just was a little loose in. I'd slide the nose, and then the wind just kept blowing the car coming off of turn 4. I just couldn't get it coming on. And I watched him, and he just smooth as a sail. But what I wanted to do was run as slow as I could, but not let the 48 catch me. And so, if that was the 48, I wanted to keep an eye on him and start running slower and slower and slower, and watch his progression, how close he was getting to me. So, I just wanted to know if that was him or not. I didn't think it was, but I wanted to make sure. I wanted to verify that wasn't him. I was pretty sure it wasn't, but I just wanted to make sure. And it kind of spooks you when you can't see him, because you like to be able to look up and judge where he's at and keep slowing down. I was trying to save some fuel in the last 5 laps, so I didn't want to push hard to try and pass 18 in the 11. So I just, about the last 10 laps or whatever, I just kind of backed off a little bit because the 48 wasn't coming.